As Nick said, this is one of the highlights of this spring conference every year where we get to award the Peter A. Shult Award. And I, again, have the honor to present it. So this year's recipient has had a long and successful career in the clinical laboratory. Debra obtained her degree initially in biology and then went on to further her education into laboratory science. After graduation, she spent her entire 47-year career at the same facility at Southwest Health, which I think is something that she should get an award for just at that. That's amazing. Has in many smaller labs. The technologists are generalists, work in all areas, but she also developed into the microbiology specialist. Through her role, she became the go-to person for laboratory staff, providers, nurses, pharmacists, and pretty much anyone else with questions regarding microbiology or the laboratory itself. Her knowledge and dedication also helped the department through many successful Joint Commission accreditation inspections. Her lifelong dedication to learning was exhibited by her consistent presence at WCL and sponsored events such as this one. Even in retirement, I've heard her desire to learn has not subsided. She also has a dedication to safety and process improvement. In sitting on her laboratory safety committee, she played an integral role in review of near misses and developing better processes and workflows to improve the laboratory. The Peter A. Shult Award was created to recognize a medical laboratory professional that has made positive contributions to the field and has provided exceptional service to the patients and providers. Debra has had a long and distinguished career in the clinical laboratory and has touched the lives of many people. As a lifetime resident of the Platteville area, she is well known and respected in both inside and outside of the hospital. In the laboratory, she is affectionately known as the Lab Mom. Which may be the biggest compliment of all. Certainly that implies that she has traits such as honesty, loyalty, being collaborative, being an advocate for her team, trustworthy, maintaining a positive attitude, and inspiring others to continue to grow, learn, and to be the best that they can. That being said, I am honored to present to you the 2026 recipient of the Peter A. Shult Award, Debra Kieler.
To get my glasses on so I can see. So I'm very thankful for receiving this award. Very humble, very appreciative, and I thank the organizers of today's conference because when I found out the conference was today, I'm the chief election inspector in my municipality. And so when they told me they usually give this award out first thing in the morning, I said, well, we're going to have a problem. So they worked with me so that I could get the machines all set up, get my workers going, come here, and go back and help finish up. So thank you again for doing that. And I just want to say, lab people really make good election inspectors because they pay attention to detail. And if anything goes wrong, you got to fill out an incident report. So anyway. So pretty much you heard my journey into the lab profession. I actually wanted to be a math teacher, but my guidance counselor told me I wouldn't make a good teacher. So I started at University of Wisconsin-Platteville with an undecided major. My advisor, Dr. Dwight Clausen, said, I'm the head of the medical technology program. I think you should look into it. I did. I did my 3 years there. I went to Dubuque, did my 1-year internship. I finished on a Friday, July 15th, started my new job the following Monday on July 18th, and as you heard, I spent a little over 45 years full-time, did 2.5 years part-time, and then when I retired last year, April 1st, I got recruited to come to Southwest Tech in Fenimore to help teach a phlebotomy course. So I'm still got my hands in the field. So I was a generalist all the years, and as they said, my passion was microbiology. I always liked the fact that every culture was different. You never knew what you were going to see. And when I started, there wasn't much automation, and so you had to really use your critical thinking skills. And we used to make all our own media. I remember when we upgraded to the API strips. Wow, we thought we were really doing something. Still did the Kirby Bauer Sensies. And then my lab director decided we were going to get the Vitek 2. And he asked one of my coworkers to go do the training, and she refused. And I said, well, I'd be interested in doing that. Do you think I could do that? He said, well, we need somebody to go, so sure. So I went and did the training, did all the correlations, all the QC, got everything ready to go. And then what does he do a few years later? He volunteers me to speak at a conference put on by the State Lab of Hygiene on streamlined QC for the Vitek 2. So I have been here as a presenter in my past. That was 14 years ago. And so I'm so honored now to receive this award. I also served on a biology advisory council at the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, which I did for about 15 years, which helped them with the students that were going into the medical fields. But then I also have had the opportunity, even though I wasn't a teacher, I got to help so many MT, MLS, and MLT students throughout the years that chose Southwest Health as their clinical site, and then a lot of them we hired after graduation. And as said, I'm a lifelong learner. I loved my MLO magazines. I read them from front to back, and then I'd cut out a paper and take it to my lab director and say, I think we should look into this, or hey, have you thought about that? So I wanted to do some thank yous. So Gary Andrews was my first lab director. He hired me. He let me grow into that leader that I became and got to mentor all those coming after me. Dick Dern from St. Mary's Hospital. St. Mary's was our reference lab. He took a lot of phone calls from us. He helped us develop policies and procedures, and was a great resource. Another person I want to thank is standing in the back of the room. It's Eric Munson. When he started what I called the Marquette study, I decided I would be the chairman of that. I became the overseer. I made sure my coworkers saved cultures and everything like that, and I did that for years, and so I thank him for doing that and the opportunity to do that. Another person I want to thank is sitting here in the front row. Her name is Kelly Books. She was a job shadow student of mine in 2003. She decided she was going to go into nursing, but then she got waitlisted, so then she decided she'd go be an MLT. Well, I finally got a chance to work with her when her dream job turned out to be not that, at somewhere else. And she came to work with us, and when I retired, she was my lab director. So that's a full circle moment, for me. And another person here, one of my former coworkers, she's sitting back there, is Brianne Klein. And Brianne came to us as a Western Wisconsin Technical College student, MLT student, and she would say to me, we'd be working on something, how do you remember that? And I'd say, you don't have to remember everything, you just have to know where to look it up. You got to find the policy, the procedure, and follow it. And then she'd say to me, oh, we're going to have to clone you. And I just smile back. And then she said, you can never retire. And then I smiled back and said, oh, yes, I can. So anyway, and then I've heard that my coworkers tease her that she's DK 2.0. So anyway, I think I left my mark. So the last I want to thank is my husband, Paul, and my sons, Bradley and Wesley, are here. And for putting up with the crazy hours and all the times I was gone at work, and I took call for 25 years. And we had a village to help us babysit and help raise our kids, and so we made it through. So in closing, I just want to share one thing, that when I retired, I received a note that said, be proud of the work you have done, the person you are, and the difference you have made. And this award validates this so well. So thank you again so much. Oh, and I'm normally not a cripple, but this is a pickleball injury, so